So really starting to get somewhere with this thing now. One job that I really need to do, that I've been waiting a long time to do, is this. I always thought that it was actually the small piece of trim that fits on separately, but actually the problem we've got is this piece here, this smaller piece, this end piece, which is good here, albeit a little bit loose, is actually cracked here. So obviously because of that, we actually have to replace that whole piece of trim. The video on the 940 that was cut in half, where I swapped the bonnets over, well actually I didn't show it in the video, but when I bought the bonnet, I actually picked up this bit of trim from the same guy. It's off the same car. He chucked it in for 20 euros, the big piece and the two small pieces, so, and it's in really good condition. So yeah, so obviously like this video will include taking off the front bumper, which I've got no idea how to do that, so yeah, that'll be fun. So actually it looks like taking off the front bumper is going to be easier than I thought. Definitely shouldn't say that. Removing this panel here, this plastic bit of trim, actually it was already removed on this side, but there's one on both sides. So this plastic panel here that you can normally just take out, or plastic bit of trim, it's actually been cable tied in some kind of like funky weird way, so, or has it? Oh, it comes out easily, there we go. Yeah, it's cable tied in somehow, so it just kind of like flaps around like a witch's tit, but that's fine. Gives us access. Spider. Hopefully this just so just going to soak these clips. That's all of them, I think. There's certainly a lot more on the other one. I think this has maybe been off before, and you can see where there's a few clips that are missing, but let's give it a go. So with these clips, if you just try and pull them, obviously they've got to come off this way. But if you do that, if you just try and slot them off, you can see there's like a little tab in the middle, and it slides under the other part. So really you need like a pick or something, or a small screwdriver, and you need to make sure this clip is all the way that way as much as possible. Get in there and prise underneath to release it, to lift it up. Then once that's up and free, this whole thing will slide forward, and then you need to, yeah, and then it will come, but it's just catching it. And that's it. This one's broken, so I'm just gonna, comparing it to this one, obviously you can see there's quite a chunk that's come off. So there is some plastic tabs here that fit under. There's the holes, the cutouts, the slots for them here. So yeah, obviously you want to make sure that they go in, and they're all the way across as well. So just got to see that they actually slide in fully, which is quite useful. Kind of means that even if these clasps fail somewhat, there is still more than that keeping it in place. We're looking pretty good. So I'll start with a couple of clips. There we go, so that can't go anywhere now. It's going to slide back, but then it's going to hit against that tab, so it can't move any further back. And that's on there. So now that's in place. Looking good. Looks relatively even and symmetrical. So now we've got our smooth pieces. We'll start with this side, and yeah, again, not too bad getting them on. So these are the clips that I was talking about that slot in afterwards. So basically these just, you can see how this goes in and then towards the back of the car. There's a gap there, which is a bit strange. So I did find some kind of solution to this problem, just to get this just to lip under, so there's not a gap here. Instead of actually putting the clip where it's supposed to go, where you've got this cutout, that's just relocated it. It still grabs both components and squeezes them together, so you can't get any upwards lift or any forwards and backwards motion. So the hooks are still in place, and there's still plenty of hook that's caught under, so that should be okay. We'll see how it looks when it goes on. Yeah, better. So maybe we've got some issue with the bumper. Maybe it's a bit twisted or something, or maybe it's the way we fitted this thing, but let's see. These bloody spiders are everywhere. Spider infested 940. He's weak. Okay. It's probably going to fall on my head now. There. Obviously, yeah, it's easy to slide the bumper off, but when it goes on, it's not just this part that has to hook under. So we've got kind of like tracks here, and then we've got this piece in here. So this top part where my finger is and the bottom part have to both fit in here, top, bottom, so it hooks through on both sides. So we need to push it in and slide it forward. Now, yeah, like so. So you probably could do this on your own, or find yourself a glamorous assistant as I've done today. Nuts out on this side now. Gonna get my nuts out for you. So yeah, this T piece almost here, inside here. So yeah, push it on. So lift up from the front and then push it back. She's a bit crusty, but that's fine. At least now she's looking good on the outside. I think the definition is polished turd, isn't it? How are we looking, Miss Involvo'd?
Looks good.
Straight?
I think it could go a bit more to the right, maybe.
What? Up on this side, or the whole thing that way?
The whole thing that way.
Huh. I don't know if that's part of the adjustment.
Well, then not, maybe.
Then not. I'm sure it's just up and down, really.
I think that looks fine.
I see what you mean.
Yeah.
It's not perfect, is it?
No, because the plate is not really
The number
aligned.
plate, yeah. But then again, is the number plate like not mounted perfectly? Yeah, look.
Oh yeah. True.
Finger. No finger. Slowly coming together. So yeah, especially now from this angle. Before where you had the bonnet the way it was. And that bit of missing trim. Yeah, it stood out so much. That mattress isn't mine, by the way. Yeah, and now it's definitely a lot smarter. You don't want to get too close. I think the term is a 10-meter car or something like that. Yeah, it's good from sort of 10 meters plus, but not any closer. But yeah, she's getting there.